All right, so we are back working on the 1970 Jaguar E-Type. First thing I want to get done right now is I'd like to get this door striker plate off. Finally, I was able to get this screw right here, if you can see it. It was stripped out pretty bad. I don't know how hard it is to see, but that was stripped out pretty bad. I did get the big Phillips head bit on, and with some WD-40 and a lot of pressure, I was able to get this out. There are some plates behind it and stuff. So that's gonna be first on the agenda, getting that off. And then slowly, and we'll be marking stuff down, but I'm gonna start disconnecting a lot of these wires for the instrument cluster, a lot of the blinkers, the hazard lights, some other switches you can see down here. Obviously, the gauge clusters, right? And some heating controls, some air conditioning controls. We'll be getting as much of this as we can get done right now. And if you want to know my process for a lot of this, I've got this book right here. It's a Moss Motors parts catalog for the E-Type. We're doing the Series 2 right here. And I can just kind of reference some parts right here. I've got wiring diagram booklet right here. I've got a lot of stuff that I've been writing down. And then what I do after that, I got some bags here. I got my Sharpie somewhere. And then I bag everything and label it like the lock nut assembly for the steering shaft and the steering column. And then that all gets put away. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So let's get started on some stuff. So here's that striker plate right there. So you can see it just sits with 3 screws. Just sits right here with 3 screws, and then there are 2 plates behind it. So that right there is a striker plate with the 3 screws. Put that down right there. And then you can see there are 2 plates. They're kind of stuck together right now, but just kind of going like that. And there we go. Alright, so right here we get the rev counter wire. So, put a little tag on it, so you remember. Now the rev counter, it's got these two little plastic kind of spikes almost. We'll push those together, and this should just slide right out. There we go. These two little things right here, that's what sticks all the way through. Alright, so off camera, I was able to get all of these wires out of the instrument cluster, the dashboard, as well as this right here, which is like the trip cable, and the other cable went through this top left grommet right here, that one right there, and that's the one that goes in here, and I believe that's what tells you your miles per hour and that sort of stuff. So that cable went there, it goes through there, put that away. This right here, you saw me take that off. Got all these lights right here, these four. I believe those four are like the backlit kind of deal, sort of stuff. Everything else though is labeled. The last few things is this cable right here. This one's gonna be your air on or off. That comes through. You gotta loosen up that 8mm bolt right there. That one right there. That comes through. It goes around back there, It comes out this grommet right here. And then the second one, this one is your AC on or off, your heat, cool, whatever. That one, same thing, gotta loosen up that 8mm. That one goes straight through, comes out right here. And then normally, so all you have to do is loosen up that 8mm bolt right there. It's kind of the same deal as this thing right here. Kind of clamps it down, that jacket or sleeve. Then this wire comes through and it feeds through this little tiny hole right there, and you tighten down this, what looked to be quarter inch worked on that, so that's fine. Right now though, this thing's almost out. I already took the dashboard bracket off. It's got 2 pieces that go right there. Took that off. That's over there. I took off the second screw that goes under here. Down here. That one goes, where is it? Right here. If you can see that, goes right there. And that's a 15mm bolt right there. I undid it, forgot from the other side, you don't actually have to undo that bolt. But then all that should be left is this Phillips screw right here. And then hopefully this whole thing should just kind of come right off. All right, we'll see. Same as the other side. Right here you have your windscreen adjustment, which is right there. All that is very simple. It's just 4 Phillips heads, screws, nothing complicated at all. Honestly, did not take me long at all to get out last time. So we'll just pop that piece out real quick. And then everything should just come right out, which would be nice. Everything should be out. These 2 cables will kind of just slide their way out nice and slowly. Nice and careful, obviously. Make sure nothing gets caught. And there we go. So here we are. This right here is, move that out of the way. This right here is the instrument cluster. So we got the instrument cluster, that is that windscreen, little like louver, butterfly door. And then here are your 2 cables. I just kind of put some masking tape on it, that way those cable sleeves aren't going anywhere. But look at this. Just a piece of art right here. Get this wrapped up in some saran wrap, and then we should be all set. So if we put this down right here for now, you can come and take a look. So we got the instrument cluster out, got the glove box. Last thing to do is this center dash, and it does look a little bit intimidating, but when you start breaking stuff down, you got 5 gauges. You just got a bunch of switches, some fuses along the back end, a few relays here and there, but that's really it. There's not much to it. Now that, you know, instrument cluster's out, the glove box is out, the whole dashboard's off, right? Very easy to see everything. Everything's pretty easily accessible too, so it shouldn't be crazy bad. Knock on something. 15mm wrench right there, that works. So yeah, that should be it for now. Soon we'll be getting the steering column out, we'll be getting this done, but everything is coming along pretty good.